doing up? No, you're supposed to be resting. That's what Billy said. Why are you up? Well, that's what I came by for. Have a seat. Have a sit. Sit down. Sit down. You don't need to be straining yourself. Well, no. Jimmy said he was going to call you and tell you. That's why I stopped by, was to bring you those chairs. No, you don't owe me anything. Girl, I found them at a yard sale. He said you went by there and that you said they look nice and you'd like to have them for the bar in there. Well, I talked them down to $5 each. Now, isn't that nice? Look at that. Now, that is real artificial chrome plating on there. I know, you can't get that just anywhere. That's nice stuff for $5 a piece. Now, all the babysitting you did for me, you don't owe me a thing. Well, while I was here, I saw this laundry here. I hope you don't mind. No, I don't mean anything by it. I was just helping. I was going to fold these clothes for you. Well, it's funny because it kind of reminds me of what my mama used to say. I'd ask her to do something for me that I could perfectly well do myself. And she'd say, "What, are both your arms broken? Are your arms broken, honey? Lynette, you can't do that." Well, you can literally say that now. I swear, girl, you're the only person I know that can break both of their arms at the same time. So how do you do anything with both of your arms in a cast like that? Let me see. Who signed it already? Looks like Bobby signed it. When did you see Bobby? Well, no, he's not doing too good. Did he tell you that? Yeah, his Cookies flea market's not doing too good. Well, they've had so much construction on that road, and it's driving the traffic away, and Plus, the name change didn't help because he wanted that brand recognition, which I told him wasn't going to work to start with. He won't listen to me. But I figured while I was here, I would just take care of this, fold these clothes for you. Girl, I don't care. I'm like a clothes folding ninja. You know that? I got 2 daughters and a husband. All I ever do sometimes is fold clothes. It's not bothering me a bit in the world. Did they give you anything for the pain? God, what happened here? What'd you clean up with this? You dry your hands on with some bleach on them or something? Daggum. Oh, it's a junk towel. Yeah, I use these too. I keep old towels around. You never know when somebody's going to get a stomach bug or something. And it never hurts to have some towels. Or if the washing machine leaks or something. My refrigerator leaks sometimes, and I don't even know why. I'll just go in the kitchen. There's a big old puddle of water on the floor. It's come out of the refrigerator. It just does it randomly. So what did they give you for pain? Oxycontin? Are you serious? God, they're stingy with that stuff now. You must have been in some serious pain. Of course, I guess so. It was a compound fracture. Only on the right arm. Okay. Well, it's kind of funny, when I was 8, the summer I was 8, I broke both of my arms and I dislocated both of my wrists in 2 separate incidents. I did. It was the craziest. Well, you didn't live here then, did you? No, see, I've lived in Camden all my life. Now, you grew up, I know you spent some time in Nathanville. Were you there back in elementary school? Yeah, see, that's back when it happened. Oh, girl, I don't care. Look, no, you don't need to feel bad. Because I'm going to tell you, I know what it's like just to have one broken arm. It is incredible, the things you cannot do just with one broken arm. Now, do you want me to sort this? Like, I know you got Ricky's stuff and Bobby's stuff. Do you want me to just sort them that way? Okay. No, hey, I do the same thing with my kids. Sort it out. And do you make them put them up? See, I take it further than that. I've started making my girls fold their clothes too. And Amber Lynn is working on learning how to operate the washing machine because she wanted to. Yeah, she took the initiative. She told me she wanted to be more help around the house. See, well, while I was unfortunately incarcerated, she kind of took on this weird role with Jimmy. Like, it was so sweet. He told me that she was starting to do all kinds of stuff around the house. She tried to cook. Now she did set some paper plates on fire, but bless her heart, she was trying. Yeah, and she started trying to wash clothes. Now, the first time she poured a half a bottle of laundry detergent in there, and foam went everywhere like something Lucy or Ethel would have done. But bless her heart, she's trying. I mean, she's only 7, so I mean, you got to give her credit. But I'm trying to get both of them, and Brittany's helping too. I'm trying to get her used to doing laundry and just learning how to do household chores. But honey, if they were boys, I'd do the same thing. It doesn't matter. It's not because they're girls. So, have you taken any of that oxycontin? Because see, they gave me that when I had my wisdom teeth out, and I took it, and for 3 days I thought I was Abraham Lincoln. I swear to God. I can't mess with those hard drugs. Can't do it. Just Tylenol. Well, you keep an eye on that stuff, okay? I'm serious. Don't let it get out of your sight. Well, I'm not saying anybody here would do anything with it. I'm just saying you don't want to fall into the wrong hands. People sell that stuff. And if that bottle's got your name on it, it could come back to you. And you know what happens when people get caught selling drugs. Oh, I know you heard about it. It was all over the police scanner. Yeah, but for some reason, they're not putting anything in the paper about it. And you know why? That heifer's aunt is the editor-in-chief, and they ain't gonna say nothing about it. Not a word. But we know. Oh, hey, the grapevine around here gets everything around. We don't even need no paper. Well, I may or may not have had something to do with her getting busted. Perhaps. Well, maybe if she had just skedaddled on out of my booth when she was supposed to, I wouldn't have had to do anything. Not saying I did do anything. But if I did, maybe that wouldn't have had to happen. If she had just gone on back to Great Clips where she belonged. Oh, no, I didn't go in there. No, girl, no. It wasn't me. It might have been some sweet little unassuming old lady who likes to have an adventure every now and then. Might have gone in there and requested something special and got something special and walked out with it and showed the police. Oh, we had a grand old time. No. They didn't send her there. No, she got busted for big time stuff. They sent her to Litchfield. Yes, they did, girl. Telling you. Oh, I don't feel guilty at all, sweetie. I got my booth back. Trish is grateful. She was so grateful. And she came to me. She came to me, knocking on my door, apologizing to me. Well, no, don't tell anybody. Look, I just acted like I didn't know what she was talking about. Because I want to stay clean of that. I don't want to be associated with that in any way. I didn't want her to know I had anything to do with it. So don't say anything to anybody. Well, I know you won't. But she came to me and she said, Lynette, I am so sorry. I should have tried harder to get her out of my shop. And now everybody's going to find out she was in there selling drugs. And everybody's going to think I was part of it. And I said, Trish, they're not. They're not. They know you wouldn't do anything like that. Nobody's going to think that. So, as a thank you, she cut my hair. I don't know if she meant it in a good way or a bad way. Do you like it? Because it's short. Oh, I love it. I just get out of the shower and fluff it up and I'm done. I may let it grow out again. You know I am. I get fickle with my hair. I like to change it around a little bit every now and then. So yeah, I got my job back. I gave my notice at Waffle House because you should always give notice. You always give 2 weeks notice. The only job I ever walked out of was that telemarketer job because the supervisor, she was a She was a bitch. I didn't like her. She was mean to me. I mean, even if you just wanted a bathroom break, like you just needed to go pee, she would make you clock out. She had a clock right there by the bathroom. You would have to clock in and out just to go pee. And it's not like it was a problem. It's not like people were abusing it or whatever. And every time I made a cold call for the satellite system, she would criticize me and tell me that I needed to sound more professional. Well, I can't help it if I know half the people on that list and we end up talking. How is that my fault? I can't help it. I know everybody here. Not like I planned it that way. So, I was chicken. I just wrote a note on an index card. And when she went to the restroom, I went back there and I put it on her desk and I grabbed my purse and I ran out the door and it just said, "I quit. I'm sorry." And signed my name. I couldn't face her. She was scary. She was scary like a villain, but not a villain, if that makes any sense. Like a scary person in a skirt. I don't even know what that means, but she terrified me. She kind of reminded me of that Boris man from Rocky and Bullwinkle. And I don't know why, but I was scared to death of her. Probably because she had the same mustache as him. I don't know. But anyway, I couldn't face her. It's the only time I've never given a notice. Only time. And I'm very proud of that. Do you mind if I use this basket? Like, I'm just going to put some of this stuff over here. Because we still got a whole other basket over here. I do not mind at all. Look. I'm happy to do it. Look at you. Look at you. Can I ask you something? How do you go to the bathroom? I mean, you got both your arms in casts. And what were you thinking? What about that meter maid didn't know what was... She didn't know what hit her. Literally. What is wrong with you? No offense. It's just a you go, sweetheart. It's not worth busting up your arms for. Hell, are you going through the change or something? What made you do that? I'm going to put these towels in here. Now, I can put these away if you want me to. If you would just tell me where this stuff goes, I can put it up. I don't mind. No, you don't have to defend yourself to me. I know it's really none of my business. But I would have just taken the ticket. But to try to beat up a meter maid, I almost wonder, and don't take this personally, are you like premenopausal or something? Because my doctor's been talking to me about that. Especially after I ended up in prison, you know, she said, you might want to keep an eye on your behavior because I'm starting to wonder about your fluctuating hormones. And that made me mad, and I called her a bad name, and then she wrote something down in her notepad, and I don't think it was good. But I got better things to think about. I got better things going on in my life. I do. I'm happy to have my booth back. Just in time to get ready for Halloween, which I'm so excited about. Well, you know I always decorate my booth for Halloween. I love Halloween. Now, Miss Claire will come strutting in and complain because you know how religious she gets every year around Halloween. Well, you know how some people say that vegans always have to talk about how they're vegan. She's that way about Halloween, and the fact that she doesn't celebrate it. She gets so high and mighty in the month of October, and she will work it into every conversation. And on over towards the end of the month, she will not come in and get her nails done. No, she will not set foot in our shop because Trish decorates and I decorate, and she will not come in there. No, she will not. She won't come anywhere near our store, our shop. She tells us every year, I won't come back until you take this stuff down because that is offensive and you're going to hell and you need to stop. And then on and on. I can't remember everything she says, but it's a bunch of stuff like that. But anyway, I'm back at work and I am so happy to be back there. Everything's going good. I've called all my clients to tell them I'm back. And they're starting to come back in, and it's so exciting. Of course, everybody's wanting to talk about the heifer and the fact that she's now gone. But I have to act like I don't know what they're saying. You know, I have to act like I don't know much. Because, of course, it wasn't in the paper, so I have to act like I don't know any more than they do. And it's hard to keep a straight face because I know exactly what happened. I am not vicious. I am not. What did I do that was wrong? Is it my fault she was selling drugs at my booth? Do you know how that makes me feel? I feel violated. I do. Transactions taking place at my booth that I paid for with my supplies sitting there, and she's selling drugs to people. Now that's just wrong. She deserves whatever happens to her. That's how I feel. Oh, these your pants. These are cute. Little capri pants. I like these. Now, do you iron these, or do you just put them up? No, I don't think you need to iron them. I think they look fine. I'm going to take care to fold them nice, though. Now, any of this you want me to put up, I can put up. I don't mind. Yeah. You look tired. Are you tired? Of course, I guess you can't work like that. How long are you going to have those casts? 6 weeks total. So you got, what, 4.5 weeks left? No, I don't guess you can work like that. Well, I'm really sorry. Well, I guess you could say we both suffered the consequences of our actions. I tried to hijack a cow. Look where it got me. Oh, she's doing good. She's doing good. I know. Look, you know what Jimmy did? Yeah, we've got this land, and we built this little shed for her to stay in. I've decorated it so nice. I got some throw pillows in there. And how do you know a cow doesn't need throw pillows? You don't know. You don't know her. She likes accent pieces. She likes flair. Don't you judge her. She's pregnant. She gets whatever she wants. You're supposed to cater to pregnant women. You know, treat them nice. You know, treat them special. Nothing wrong with that. And yes, well, I don't give her lemonade every day. But anyway, Jimmy's been so sweet. He's been so good. He even goes out there and spends time with her. Like if I have to work late or something, he'll go out there. He's so sweet, I tell you. Since they've started letting him go back into Walmart, he has been so sweet. Look, he even got me a new ring. He got me that's a new cubic zirconia there. I know, this is one of the nice ones too. This is one of those Jessica Simpson cubic zirconias. I feel like a princess every time I put it on. Oh my God. Well, Rhonda kind of ate the other one. And you wouldn't think they could with those big old teeth. She managed to bite my ring and it popped out, and before I could stop her, she swallowed it. And I'm not digging for that. Well, that's when Jimmy broke down and confessed it was a cubic zirconia to start with. And I was a little bit mad, but after I got to thinking about it, I decided to look on the bright side. Oh, that is so cool. A Back to the Future shirt. Hey, where'd you get that? It's an iron-on. Well, where'd you get the iron-on? I'm going to get me one of those. That's cool. Oh, I love those movies. Now, whose shirt is this? Ricky's. Okay. I'll put that over there. So he's been so sweet to me. And we had dinner with Symphony and her husband the other night. Yeah, she's back. Well, it was kind of a working honeymoon. Well, they're not traveling right now. They're still doing the burlesque show down at Myrtle Beach. And, whose is that? That's Bobby's. It's just weird that your son has the same name as my brother. I don't know why it's weird. It just is. No, he's working in construction. Well, they met down there at Myrtle Beach. Yeah, it's so sweet. They're setting up house. See, they're kind of traditional in that way. They didn't live together before they got married, so they're still kind of settling into that whole thing, you know, you're getting used to each other's quirks and the way you like to do stuff. You know, they're still getting used to that. That's adorable. These are already folded. Who did that? Symphony came to me the other day and she didn't know how to iron. I said, how do you not know how to iron? She said, honey, all my clothes are sequin. You don't iron sequins. So I had to show her how to iron. This shirt, no, she didn't give me this. No. I have this client and she came in the other day. Now, she is a piece of work. Let me tell you something. She is a piece of work. I don't know how I feel about her. Honestly, I don't know if I hate her or if I just love her to death. It's one of the two. There is no in between with this woman. I mean, she came in the other day. Now, this woman, there's no nice way to say it. She's a gold digger. Okay, she just is. Which I don't hold that against her. I mean, hey, do your thing. I mean, if that's the way you are, that's the way you are. You know, I personally couldn't do it, but she just started coming to me not too long ago. And she came in, she wanted a manicure and a pedicure, which nobody's been wanting pedicures because, you know, we're getting on into fall, and, well, they always drop off in the fall. Because when I think about it, people aren't wearing open-toed shoes as much. You know, they're starting to wear their boots and their little booties and the shoes that don't have the open toe. So that's like they don't worry about it as much. Well, she came in and she said she wanted a manicure and a pedicure, and I said, my pleasure, you know. And she had come in a few times, and she doesn't normally talk a lot, but this time she kept staring at me, and she was just staring at me, and it was really uncomfortable because it's like she wasn't blinking and she was just staring. And I said, are you okay, honey? And she said, oh, I'm fine. And she kind of did like that. She said, I just got Botox and my eyes are watery, and it's almost like a superpower because I don't have to blink and I feel like a frog, and I don't even know what she was talking about. So she was very talkative, and she started asking me about myself. Now, she's never asked me a thing about myself. Now, she'll talk about herself till the sun goes down. She never asked about me. Simpsons. No, she never asks about me. But this time she was asking all kinds of super nosy questions about me, like, how old are you? Which you don't ask a basic stranger how old they are. My God. And I told her, I said, I just turned 44, and she said, She asked me how much Botox I was using. I said, I'm not using any Botox. I don't do that. She got right up in my face. She was just staring and just looking at me. She said, well, you might want to think about starting. And I'm sitting there like, well, who do you think you are? I mean, now is this Ricky's or Bobby's? I can't tell. Okay. Looks kind of big. Well, I know he's a little pudgy, but I wouldn't think this shirt just looks big for him. So anyway, she's asking me all these questions and looking at me, telling me I need Botox. And, I had just come back to work, and I'm still feeling a little vulnerable, a little out of it. I do not need this basic stranger telling me I need Botox. I mean, who is she to me? She's nobody to me. So anyway, she finally gets exasperated with me because I guess I wasn't giving her the answers she wanted. I don't know. And she said, well, how do you expect to get a better man if you don't take better care of your skin? And I said, I got a man. I'm married. And she looked at me like, she just sat there and just blinked at me for a minute like, and she finally goes, that's beside the point. So no, I'm thinking that is the point. I have a man. Why do you think I'm trying to land one? I've already got one. So, I was feeling really weird about her being there. I'm assuming this is yours. Okay. I'm laying your stuff over there. And I will happily put it away. So we get done, and I told her total, I think it was like $40 or something. And she goes, "Do you have change for 100?" I said, "No." What kind of shop do you think we run here? Most people pay with plastic or with a check. I don't have change for 100. So she goes, "Well, we're going to kill two birds with one stone." I said, "What are you talking about?" She said, "I'm going to give you something that will give you a little boost." I said, "I don't need a boost." And I'm thinking, oh my God, it's drugs all over again. She said, "No, I have something for you." And she reached in she had this gigantic purse. She could have a herd of elephants in there. She pulls out this top and says, "You need this. You need a little sparkle in your life. You're just too bland." And I said, "Honey, I know I don't look great today." We'd had a yard sale that weekend before that. And I'm telling you, I was running on no sleep, so I probably did look pretty crappy. She said, "You need more sparkle in your life. You might want to consider growing your nails out." Now, mind you, she has these long talons. It takes like 2 bottles of nail polish to paint the darn things. You know what else she said? She said, "And you know what? You need to smile more. You need to smile more. You would be so pretty if you would just smile occasionally." Now I do not feel like getting into it with this person. I said, "Look, ma'am, I appreciate it and all, but I've been through a lot, and I don't always feel like smiling." And she said, she had this face. She's like a Stepford wife. She said, "Well, that's when you need to smile the most." I'm going, what drugs are you on to talk to me this way? You don't even know me. I took the shirt because I didn't know what else to do. So I have this fancy shirt. Are these yours? They're cute. They're long too. Are these too? Would you roll these up or something? These look long. I like them. They're nice. I'm gonna put them over here. Now, are those is that where your clothes go over there? Because I can put them up. I don't care. Well, I decided to wear the fancy shirt today. Well, I did go to the yard sale this morning, and we also had the fall festival at the church. I promised Mama I'd start going to church more. And I'm going to have to work on her too. Everybody's got problems. It's like I went off to prison and everybody just fell apart. Everybody has just, I don't even know. Well, a couple days ago, Mama fell down the back steps at her house again. It was almost that bad. Almost. Now, she fell back in January. You remember that? Turned her ankle. Hurt it really bad. Well, this time, and she blamed the ice, which it probably was back then. She blamed the ice back in January, that the back steps were slippery, and she fell. She was going back there to get some wood out of the woodshed, which Daddy should have done, but she's stubborn and she won't ask for help. Well, it's October. There's no ice back there. So she fell, and she didn't have an excuse this time. I said, "Mama, I see you took a little spill back there," and she landed right on her tailbone, and it's bruised. It's not broken. We took her to the hospital, and they x-rayed it, and it's not broken. But she bruised it up pretty good. And I knew something before she ever opened her mouth. I already knew something was up. See, I got a weird feeling about her in church the week before. Now, I'm going to tell you, growing up, the whole time I was growing up, Mama never sang. When it was time to sing and everybody get their hymnals out and everything, Mama would never sing. Nope. She'd stand there and hold that hymnal. She'd kind of move her lips a little bit, but you could tell she wasn't really singing. Yeah. It's too small for him. Well, what do you want to do with it? Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. I will lay that right over there for Goodwill. Okay? Is there anything else or is that it? Okay. Well, anyway, so she never used to sing in church. I mean, I'm talking my entire childhood, she never sang. Well, the Sunday before she fell, I looked over there at her, and she was just singing her heart out. She was kind of dancing a little bit. Now, nobody in that church dances. You know they don't believe in that. Okay, you better not have any rhythm in that church. They get upset like the devil's coming. Well, she's over there bouncing around and singing, got a big old smile on her face, and I elbowed Jimmy. I said, look over there, look at Mama. And he goes, what? And he didn't know the whole backstory. I said, look at her. Something's wrong with Mama. She's dancing. She don't dance and she don't sing. And he said, maybe she's happy. I said, maybe she's not. Mama's never happy. You don't get happy in this church. This is not a church you get happy in. And it ain't. And then when the song was over, she started clapping. She reminded me of Aunt B when she was drinking that elixir from that traveling salesman and she was playing the piano. It was just like that. Just like that. She started clapping. Woo! I said, Jimmy, she's 3 sheets to the wind. And he said, she is not. I said, yes, she is too. But I didn't say anything to her about it. We had that picnic right after church and I didn't get a chance to talk to her. But when Daddy called me and told me she had fallen down those back steps, I said, We were on the way to the hospital and I said, Daddy, when you get a chance, smell her breath. I'm serious. Just get up in there and smell her breath. And he said, why? I said, just do it and tell me what it smells like. And he did. And he came back to me. I was in the waiting room at the hospital. And he said, it smells like fruit. I said, fruit? He said, yeah. I said, what kind of fruit? He said, I don't know, like some Kool-Aid or something. I said, okay. So I started nosing around. I left. See, I had my own car. I went back to their house. And I started looking around. And I was looking in her car. And I just happened to notice her iPad case was in the back seat. And I was going to grab it because I thought it's probably not a good idea to leave the iPad in the car. It's going to get hot. It's not good for it to stay out here in the car. And I picked it up, and it was kind of like a soft-sided case. And it was floppy. Like it wasn't like you expect something solid in there. But it wasn't. There was something small in there. And I unzipped it, and it wasn't an iPad. It was a flask. There was a flask in there. And I took it out, and I thought, oh my God. See, she always got weird. If either one of my kids wanted to play with her iPad, she would get real mad, and she wouldn't let them touch it. And I thought it was just because she was afraid that they would break it, or at least leave, how kids leave sticky fingerprints on everything? I don't even know what that is, but they do. Every time they use my phone, it's got this film on it. Anyway, I thought it was because she was afraid they would break it. There's not even an iPad in there. It's a little silver flask. And I opened it up, and I sniffed it, and there was some liquid in there, and it smelled like fruit. And I poured some out in a glass where I could look at it, and it was like some kind of a wine cooler or something. And I didn't say anything to Daddy. I thought, I'm gonna think on this for a few days. I need to figure out how to handle this. This is a sensitive subject, and I don't know what Daddy will say. But then when she fell, I knew I had to confront her. I knew I had to do something. So I got her alone after they got her back home, and I told her I knew about it. I said, Mama, you can't be doing this. And she said, I'm not doing anything, Lynette. I said, yes, you are. You are drinking, and not only that, you're drinking during the day. You're drinking in the morning before church. What is going on with you? And she said, "Oh, I don't drink. That's just wine cooler." I said, "Mama, it's got alcohol in it." She said, "It doesn't count if it's a wine cooler. If it's liquor, it counts, but not wine coolers." I said, "Mama, you sound like me. You sound like me when I started smoking. I swore up and down for 3 years I was not a smoker because I didn't own an ashtray. In my mind, that meant I was not really a smoker because I didn't have an ashtray. How stupid does that sound to you?" And she said, "Well, it does sound pretty stupid." I said, "Exactly. And that is what you're doing. You have a drinking problem, Mama. You're sneaking it around. You're drinking it before church. Because I saw you. You were clearly drunk." And she got all upset. She started crying. She thought, "Oh, Lord." She said, "Do you think the pastor noticed?" I said, I don't think so. I don't think anybody noticed. I noticed because I know how you are. And I know you don't do that kind of thing." She was upset. And I said, "Don't get upset. We're going to fix this. We're going to work on it. We're going to figure out something." And I told her we had to talk to Daddy. So we talked to Daddy. And he said, "Well, what are we going to do?" I said, we got to get her some help. And we decided that the best thing to do was to send her somewhere. Just for a little while. A couple weeks. Let her get some treatment. Just get her away from it for a little bit. Maybe talk to a therapist there on the site. Figure out why she's drinking. Kind of get to the root of the problem. Well, she was humiliated. She said, "I don't want the ladies at church to know where I've gone." So we've told them that she's gone for this intensive quilting class in Nevada. I figure there's just enough detail that they won't question it too much. So she's gone for an intensive quilting class for 2 weeks. Only problem is when she comes back, she ain't going to be able to quilt no better than she could before. But that is not my problem right now. I'm not going to worry about it. So, yeah, that's why she's not been in church. But if anybody asks, she's gone to a quilting thing. That's all I'm telling people. And I don't know anything about quilting, so I don't even have to be specific. So I went to the church. We had the fall festival. And you ain't going to believe it. Aunt Verlene was there. Now, I don't know what she was doing there. She didn't even go to our church. And she comes up to me and she starts lecturing me again about my time in prison. And I said, "Aunt Verlene, I am not in the mood for this. Will you stop?" And then she starts criticizing my top. And I said, will you just let me be? Just let me be. And she was telling me how sequins will give you dermatitis. I don't even know. So we were playing this game, where they have the milk bottles and you have the little rings and you try to throw it and get it over the milk bottles. We were playing that. These socks don't match. What am I supposed to do with these? Okay. Oh. All right. So she was going to play, and she looked at me and she said, "You don't even need to play because I am the best at this. Nobody's better than me. Don't even try it." And I said, "Oh, I'll definitely try it now." And I said a prayer to God. And I said, "God, please let me beat Aunt Verlene so she'll shut up for one afternoon." And I know that's hateful. And I probably shouldn't have said it. That's a hateful thing to pray for. All these people starving and all the horrible things in the world. And I'm praying to beat Aunt Verlene at the ring toss. But that's what I prayed for. Well, I made a deal with God. I said, "I tell you what. If you let me win the ring toss, I'll go back and I'll get back involved in the choir. Because it takes up so much of my time, I had to quit doing it. God, they've been asking me to come back into the choir. If you let me win the ring toss, I'll do it. And I'll do it with a smile on my face. And I'll be good. I'll be good. Just please let me win." Did I win? Shoot, yeah, I won. Look what I got. I got a big old welcome mat. Look at that. And I want you to have it. I do. No, I didn't want it. I don't even care about it. I just wanted to beat her so she would be quiet. So now she will be quiet because I stomped her bony butt. Look at that. It's a harvest core mat. I don't even know what that means. Choir, C-O-I-R. It almost looks like choir. See, it was meant to be. It's a scratchy material, but I noticed that you don't have a welcome mat out in front of your house. Look at that. See, they can clean their shoes on that, and they won't track in crap on your pretty carpet. No, it was the victory. That's all I needed. I just wanted to win. And I did. I beat her soundly. That's all I wanted. So I want you to have this. It's got a nice backing on it. Look at that. Look at that nice backing. It's like rubberized. Yeah, it'll be great for this fall. And it's so heavy duty. So I want you to have this. No, like I said, you've done so much babysitting for me. I want you to take it. And invite Aunt Verlene over for coffee one day. Let her see it. And you can surely tell her it came from me. I'm going to lay it down here. And when I go out, I'm going to cut the tag off. I'm going to put it out there for you. Okay? Well, okay. Let's go. If you just tell me where to put all these clothes, I will go put this stuff up. Okay? All right, and you need to get some rest. You know, go take some Tylenol. I don't blame you for avoiding the oxycontin. I don't blame you a bit. Thinking you're Abe Lincoln is not the way to go. So you do that, okay? And yeah, just point me in the right direction. I will put all this stuff up. Okay? Great. You're welcome. Thank you.